and a 1. Rage Against the Machine. It's the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast coming to you live on Double C TV, featuring Darren.
Oh God, we're doomed.
And Double C. Wrestling Gets You Laid. Gotcha. As they take on 5 hours of WWE programming.
I'm pretty sure he fudged it just while he was doing the Hurricane Run. Like, oh God, I don't know how to do this correctly.
That's right. And we are coming to you live from the studio, in-house studio.
That still sounds kind of silly.
Well, that's kind of the point. It's a studio, in-house studio.
Well,
it's like the Intergalactic Space Arcade.
But then again, arcades are awesome.
Yes, they are. And the Intergalactic Space Arcade with the magical El Camino is also awesome. That's Classic Game Room on the YouTube thing.
Man, you're just making me happy.
Oh, man. So, new era, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. We're going into this direction, though hopefully I hope that it doesn't go this way 100% of the time.
Well, it won't. I mean, we're still establishing, pretty much.
Yeah, I know we're establishing, but I'm just hoping that it really, this is just for this session, because I don't know how much if I could put up with this for like the next 3 years.
Oh, it's fun.
I mean, I don't know how much I can put up with it in the next 3 months, personally, because, you know, this might get a little bit, you know, repetitive very fast. That's my only worry.
Oh, that's where innovation comes in.
Yeah, but this is WWE, remember?
True, but whatever. Anyways, so we have another SmackDown, we have another Raw. We have SmackDown from the 23rd and Raw from the 26th.
Lay it on me, baby.
Okay, so for SmackDown, the show starts out with Vicky Guerrero. And she goes, hey, we're going to bring out your WWE Champion because even though this is SmackDown, we're going to do it anyway. Randy Orton comes out.
Because he's the face of the company.
Yeah. And Randy Orton goes, yeah, I'm the guy that you deserve because I'm a role model.
Do we want to touch that one, or shall we go back to the conversation we had a few weeks ago?
No, we don't need to go through that again. But, yeah, okay.
Oh, good. Glad I'm not the only one who missed the hypocrisy.
He also says that he didn't need Triple H or The Shield in those other... He didn't need Triple H for SummerSlam, and he doesn't need The Shield for that last Monday on Raw. It was like, he could have beat up Daniel Bryan on himself. For himself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how much I wish this actually to be. Because honestly, the whole Triple H and Shield thing just feels kind of tacked on. In my case, it feels like excessive fat, if you will.
I don't know. I think it makes perfect sense.
Honestly, I could have done it either way without them. Because I think because you might want to push Orton back into his more Apex Predator mode. Mm-hmm. Where he's just outright murdering people.
Right. Let's see. Daniel Bryan, he interrupts. He calls Orton pretty. He goes on about this pretty thing for about 3 minutes. And how ugly he is compared to Orton.
Yes, because Orton is the fashionable amount of pretty in this world. I'm sorry, Daniel, but just no.
He also calls Orton the, and I quote, genetic golden ticket. Third generation superstar, he's pretty, and all that stuff.
Still doesn't help that his wife is divorcing him, I guess.
And he says that he wants
A
his
little
rematch.
personal.
Yeah. So he goes, he wants his rematch, and then he reverses an RKO into some sort of drop kick.
Nice.
Yeah. Next, we go backstage with Vicky with Wade Barrett, the Barber. And they pretty much talk about an upcoming match with Daniel Bryan. And it's going to be a cage match with Wade Barrett.
Nice. So it's going to be fun to see that.
Yeah. First, we go match number 1. We have Cody Rhodes versus Curtis Axel.
Hooray.
In a match where Paul Heyman distracts Cody and Axel wins. Woo! And then they challenge CM Punk on Raw for a Raw match. Raw.
Yay.
Yep. Second match, Big E versus Dolph Ziggler again.
Or is this turning into like a Cena Randy Orton thing where they're just gonna keep on challenging each other?
I think so, but without the challenging part. They're just
I would also point out that hopefully this doesn't last 3 years, then comes up again every other third year of wrestling.
Ziggler is attacked before the match. They eventually start the match. After a relatively quick match, zigzag out of nowhere, Ziggler wins. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Christian versus Alberto Del Rio. And a hard-fought match. Once again, that seems to be going half an hour, like the average Christian match lately.
And, hey, I have no problem with that. You get more bang for your buck.
However, Christian does tap out to the cross-arm breaker from the top rope.
Yikes.
Yeah. Fourth match, we have Big Show and Mark Henry versus the three-man band. We have a squash match.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we have a Shield promo.
They talk about Justice a lot?
No, they don't talk about Justice. They say that, oh, your guys are so big, but we're so good. And I think they've been listening to the program.
Why is that?
They have a tripod.
Thank you, God Almighty.
But they still use the boom hand to move it around just a little bit. But you can tell that it was a tripod because when they let go of it, the camera went straight up. So that's an obvious pivot. It's a tripod.
Well, now they just gotta stand back from it and actually talk into the mic.
Yeah.
Talk into the thing like a human being.
It's like, you work for Triple H now directly. That means you can afford expensive things like tripods.
Tripods and microphones. And actual... I don't want to sound crazy here, but green screens.
Ooh. They should take the green screen from, what was it?
Zeb Coulter and Jack
Zeb
Swagger.
Coulter, yeah. They should just yank that one.
Yeah, well, you know what Zeb's doing with it. He's showing Mammy in the background now.
Okay.
And you... Anius, you think I'm joking? Wait till Raw.
Next up, we have Darren Young versus Antonio Cesaro.
Oh, never mind. We can wait to the next minute.
Yeah. And Darren Young pretty much makes quick work of Cesaro.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We go backstage where Ryback is a bully once again.
And I'm still kind of about this because really this is just...
Well, it's obvious at this point. I mean,
it's obvious at this point, but really, there should be something against him. Like, literally, he's just there to be there. It's like, it's the filling. It's filling a gap of a 3-minute program with something.
Yeah, this one was Ryback with a guy, not the same guy this time, a different guy. He wants an autograph for his kid, and Ryback goes, okay. And then the guy goes, okay, now which one are you? He goes, What? And he tries, whatever, right back to Bully. Main event time already. Daniel,
that was fast.
I know. Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett in a steel cage match. Or a steel cage match.
No, grab match, as Barrett says.
Yes. So...
No, we can easily do a Wade Barrett voice. We just need to put marbles in our mouths.
So, Wade Barrett does a thing.
Does his thing.
Does moves.
Mm-hmm.
Where he does a move, and Bryan does the other move.
Where he does the move, he does the thing with the thing and the thing?
Yeah. Yeah, and there's
Nice.
like drop kicks into the cage, and there's like lawn darts and all that stuff, and
Nice.
nobody bleeds, but you know.
With lawn darts?
Yeah.
Those things could take out your legs.
No, you human lawn dart.
Oh, I thought you actually meant real lawn darts. Didn't know they made those I still thought they didn't make those anymore.
No. So, the big spot of this match was a side sunset flip powerbomb
Nice.
from the top rope.
Ooh, even nicer.
And Daniel hits a flying knee for the 1-2-3. Daniel Bryan celebrates outside the ring, and then Orton from under the ring RKO. Sneak attack RKO.
Sneak attack RKO is correct.
Yeah. Nobody saw it coming.
Actually, I saw it coming. Because I'm psychic. But then again, that's me.
Okay, now, time for my favorite spot of the night.
The NXT spot?
No. It's the indie spot! Yes, the indie spot. We have an indie spot this week.
Really? Holy crap, I did not know this.
Yes, okay. Surprise, I'm doing a Russo here. So, what a
For
twist.
shame.
Okay, so, the indie spot of the week. No, it is not Portland Wrestling. They're still doing reruns. However, Hood Slam!
Oh, yes.
New
I
video?
just saw this.
New video from Hood Slam. It's Dringo de Mayo, party like a chupacabra.
Yeah, and I do like the first match they had in that thing. Hell, I loved the second match as well. That was fun to watch.
We have, there's two matches on this video. This, I'll link this in the show notes. We'll have show notes from now on, by the way. Why?
We scratch their back, maybe they'll scratch ours. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Say no more.
Bob's your uncle, right? Okay, so first match is E Honda taking on Super Mutant Red Rhino 2099, and
this just kind of confused me a lot. It's like, so this guy comes from the year 2099. He's obviously from the Marvel universe. He's from the Cyberpunk 2099 universe, which I'm surprised that anybody remembers that anymore.
Yeah.
Versus E Honda. It just seems like one hell of a weird combination.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, in the middle of the match, everybody just super kicks everybody else.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil too much of it because you should watch it.
Yeah, watch it, but super kicks.
Yes. And the second match was a very nice match between Drake Younger and the Brian Kendrick.
Not just a Brian Kendrick, the Brian Kendrick.
For the Positive Mentality Attitude Championship of the world.
So the hippie championship.
Yeah. And that was a very good match too. See,
I do love that match. That was fun to watch.
I love Hood Slam, mainly because everyone is drunk, there's a live band, and the crowd is all the way up to the ring.
And everybody is fucking insane.
Exactly. You know, it's serious that it's not serious.
Yes, it is seriously unserious.
Yeah.
But there's actually one other thing we should talk about.
Oh?
Yes, NXT. It is free on Hulu now.
Oh, on regular Hulu?
Yeah, you no longer have to subscribe to Hulu Plus.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
And I saw the first episode, and it was amazing.
I saw a match on YouTube the other day. It was Antonio Cesaro versus El Generico.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah, the 2 out of 3 falls match was what I watched.
Yeah, that was really good.
And I am utterly shocked because this actually pulled off some amazing things in this match.
Yeah.
Between pretty much Cesaro and El Generico were just countering each other left and right.
Yeah, and the dive through the middle turnbuckle.
Through the middle turnbuckle, past the turnbuckle itself, through the ropes, into a swinging DDT.
Yeah, and by the way, this started on the ground, so he actually leapt up through the middle turnbuckle.
Which is amazing on itself. Also, I also loved the beginning of this match where he started out with a flying flip outside.
Oh, yeah.
This man just frickin' soared in the air.
Get that guy on the main roster, please.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, now we're done with that.
Now for Raw.
Time for Raw. Raw.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, I know. Okay, so the show starts out with the Shield, and they're protecting Triple H. Triple H comes out as he reviews last week's show. Because he can.
Because we're gonna waste time like this.
And I got to say, that beatdown, it was personal.
And here's where the little writer comes in the back of my head. You know, I've been having problems with this for a while, but I know the reason why now. I thought about this. You know, I claim that it's playing it safe, which it is, and it will be playing it safe because my cynicism will never override everything else. But really the problem is with the words business. It's such a generic catch-22 term that the little writer in the back of my head is screaming hack at them whenever they say that. Literally, you can use anything and say it was for business. Or you could do the same thing and say it was for justice.
Justice. Justifiable business.
Justifiable business. And even then, that just makes it 10 times worse because you're using something that is, well, a contradiction within itself. But then again, that's business ethics, which is actually, and anybody who knows or listens to George Carlin, is nothing.
Yeah. Some of us fight the good fight, but it's all getting crushed. Crushed.
Well, our hopes and dreams are never meant to be.
Yeah, so Randy Orton comes out speaking about hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
And Triple H goes, "Oh, Orton, yeah, by the way, I bought you a car. Here's the car. It's a Cadillac.
And I gave it out of my personal money." I doubt that.
"Yeah, I probably just rented it."
I was gonna say, yeah, most likely he said his own personal money. I still doubt that, and I think it's a bribery. But then again, that can't fit into logical law terms because bribery means I'll give you this if you do this.
Yeah. It's a gift.
It's more a gift, which is still unconstitutional.
It's a gift, but there's stipulations on it. Mm-hmm.
Like, say, a $20,000 car.
Right.
Usually it's just drinks or dinner.
Alright, so then Daniel Bryan shows up. He thanks the people and he thanks John Cena again.
Because we need to be reminded of him.
Yes, and it's like John Cena probably like fed him these lines too. It's like, here you go. Here's a script. What?
Well, no, I'm saying that they're trying. I'm still saying it's hack writing.
Well, I think he's just reading from a script. At this
Yeah,
point.
so hack writing.
Well, well,
You can't argue with that, dude. Hack writing.
So Triple H plays Daniel off as a kid again because he's tiny. So tiny.
Yes, because a man is tiny.
And makes a gauntlet match versus the Shield.
Hooray.
Now, in the past, I have always said that I do like gauntlet matches.
I do like gauntlet matches, but the way this turned out, I have problems with it.
Yeah, I have problems with it too, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But first, we go Cody Rhodes versus Fandango. And this match went nowhere.
This match went nowhere. People started beating people up since Damien Sandow was there.
Miz dressed as Fandango has a seizure on the ramp.
I think that was dancing.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Well, I still would put a belt under his tongue.
Cody wins. Maddox goes, "Hold on there, playa. I'm going to make this a tag team match."
Well, he doesn't say playa, but he says DJ Maddox.
Yeah, it's the same.
But it's pretty much Teddy Long.
Yeah, it's
he's doing a Teddy Long.
Yeah, he's doing a Teddy Long. So we have match 1A.
You know this is a good show when it splits out in the match 1, match 1A, match 1B.
Yeah. Miz and Cody versus Fandango and Sandow. Miz wins because I don't really know why. He just does.
Miz wins because...
he stole Fandango's pants.
No, I was going to say the Kool-Aid man is red.
Oh, okay. That works for me. Next up,
I got no other explanation.
Next up, we got an interview with Christian. And he goes, "Yeah, I remember this. This happened in the Attitude Era. I'm going to keep my mouth shut this time."
And still, he gets beaten up by Randy Orton.
Yeah, I mean, back then, he was just reeking of awesomeness. You know? He was actually a heel at the time.
Yeah, he was a heel with Edge.
Yeah. And I mean,
and they were fucking amazing.
And they were allied with the faction, as they called it at the time. It's not a regime, it's not a faction, it's a faction.
And I see Merriam-Webster jumping off a tall building. Congratulations, you just murdered language. But then again, literally now means figuratively, so language has been murdered already.
Yeah, CM Punk has a few words with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, for Geek Week, I think it was Geek Week on YouTube, CM Punk did literary grammar videos. That'll be on the show notes too.
Oh, that is hilarious.
And one of the videos was figuratively versus literally.
And he goes into a nice tirade about that.
Yeah.
And you probably see him just bashing his head against the wall like, stupid, stupid, stupid.
No, but he does bash someone's head with a bottle.
Well, that's also helpful as well.
Okay, moving on. We have Paul Heyman backstage with Curtis Axel. And Heyman's like, "Oh, what did I do? Not again." And Axel goes, "I got this."
I got this, bro. This is more than perfect.
Better than perfect.
It's better than perfect. Which, still irks me. That's not... You cannot be better than perfect. There is no such thing as more than perfect. Perfect is perfect. I'm sorry, that irks me. It's like literally and figuratively.
Second match of the night. We have Curtis Axel versus CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
If Punk wins, he gets Paul Heyman in the ring. Now, I could go over this match, even though that they go over this match again and again and again throughout the entire show.
Yeah, pretty much. I always have the feeling like this is the main reason why we're here. And the whole Triple H, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton Shield thing was just a gobbled up mess just because John Cena's out.
Sort of, yeah. And so, let's see. Punk wins because he's the best in the world.
He's the best at what he does, Bob.
Yeah. The refs escort Paul Heyman, and then later security escorts Paul Heyman rather forcefully into the ring. Mm-hmm. And then Punk was all like, oh, yeah, I got you now, ha ha ha. And then Axel shows up and ruins everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew pretty much that this was going to happen because Punk had his big thing last week.
Yeah.
He had his big moment last week where he beat the shit out of everybody. This week, it's time for him to get his ass kicked.
Yeah, and boy did he.
And yikes did he. Yeah.
Yeah, kendo stick. Handcuffs.
Literally had a kendo stick broken on him.
Yeah. It's been a long time since we've seen that happen.
So, I'll give it to CM Punk. He took a beating.
Yeah,
and you see it on his back when he walks out of the ring.
Yeah, and Paul Heyman...
Like, there's scars and blood everywhere.
Yeah, Heyman screaming at him. It's like, ah.
And still, this is more emotional than the Daniel Bryan, Triple H, Randy Orton stuff. Because I'm actually, I feel actual emotion, attraction towards this. Because I can feel the emotions. There's a reason to see this going on.
Yeah.
Am I being...
It's an actual story.
It's an actual story where there's not supposed to be story. It's just... I'm shocked.
Next up, if this comes as a close second for a favorite segment of the night, we have Natalya versus Brie Bella. I kid you not. Okay.
Yes.
Brie Bella wins with an X Factor. Woo! Oh wait, there's more. AJ comes out.
Oh yes, and I fell in love with her for a moment.
And AJ drops her own pipe bomb.
That was the pipe bomb to end all pipe bombs.
She goes on about how basically the divas on the show Total Divas, which is 90% of the divas, are interchangeable and useless and talentless.
And I've literally fell in love with her. Not figuratively, literally.
And she goes on about this, and it's just wonderful. Go watch it. CM Punk, later that night, real life Punk.
Oh yeah, when he's
requested the promo on his Twitter account.
Because, goddamn, that was awesome.
It's like, yeah, my back's hurting, but I gotta see this. Yeah, excellent. Go see it. Watch it.
Go watch it. It is amazing.
Maybe it'll be in the show notes if I can find it again. I'm gonna go crazy.
Thank God, man. I'm supposed to be the one who's loosely doing shit.
You're
supposed to be our tidy guy.
I'm gonna have more show notes than the actual words for the description of the film, movie, video thing.
You mean the show?
The show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fourth match of the night. Rob Van Dam versus Alberto Del Rio. This is formally introducing Ricardo Rodriguez as the announcer for RVD. He does a...
I do love
Okay.
what Sean Faust said. RVD and Ricardo, team wellness policy.
Yeah. That is
I
true.
had a chuckle at that.
Yeah. So, RVD pulls out a victory with his leg pinning move thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to call it.
Thing he does.
Thing he does. Okay, then we go to Ryback. Oh, by the way, RVD is now #1 contender.
Yeah, I pretty much figured that out before.
Wanted to make it official.
Official?
Yeah. Next up, we have a Ryback interview where he's a bully again. This time to someone who actually deserves it.
Really? Because he's asking... Really?
I don't know. Josh Matthews just seems kind of...
Punch in the faceable, I think is the word.
Yeah. I mean, he's not like...
He's not doing
wait. Shoot, I think I got them mixed up.
Oh, Matt Stryker?
No, Stryker, I know. I can tell the difference.
He's a little more insane.
Justin Roberts, that's the ring announcer, right?
I think so.
Shoot, no.
Oh, God, man.
Okay, so Josh Matthews is one that got beat up, or is he the guy doing Fight Night on ESPN?
I think he's doing Fight Night on ESPN.
Okay. So what's this guy?
I have no idea.
He's the other guy who failed on Tough Enough.
He is a guy.
Anyway, so yeah. Despite being on Tough Enough 10 years ago, over 10 years ago...
he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, no, he gets his face slammed into the ground.
Okay. He gets his face gently pushed onto the ground, which actually never makes contact with said ground.
Yeah, it would have been funnier if Ryback just outright did an Adama Kansu and just curb stomped his head.
Ryback's a bully.
So yeah, Ryback is a bully.
Next,
and I'm still confused why nobody has talked about this. And literally, afterwards, Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler wow, he's not a candidate for our Be a Star program. And I'm thinking, you're right! You should do something about that!
Yeah, they should. Instead of, letting him loose and proving that bullies exist. I don't know.
No. I know. No, I think it should be, you should do something in the sense that you should fix the problem that there is a bully. Not just let this guy run around.
I don't know.
But then again, that's me. I'm a proactive guy who likes to kick things in the face.
Should hire back Just Joe and have Ryback bully him.
It's I'm thinking thank God I'm not a part of the WWE.
Okay, Just Joe. This is a long time ago, but Just Joe was a wrestler, part-time wrestler, who pretty much he knew the inside track. It was like GTV, but it wasn't. He come up to guys is hey, you know that Hunter's looking for you, or such and such is totally going to betray you. And it's who's that? Well, it's Just Joe.
Yikes.
Excellent character. I love it.
Anyways, moving on.
Paul Heyman interview.
Where he looks like he's crying.
Yeah. Yeah, because he had to pretty much beat his prodigal son thing.
Yeah, pretty much. And they're going with this line.
Yeah.
And I'm still emotional in this.
Yeah.
There's an actual story, and I'm happy.
Yay,
What
happiness.
is this feeling?
How about a Christian and Randy Orton match?
Oh, there we go. That will ruin it.
Okay, 5th match of the night. Another 30-minute match.
Because I think Christian is just tiring out way too easily, and we need to take these long-ass matches.
Yeah. RKO, Orton wins. What else to say? And now we have a segment with a certain car.
Which we all saw coming, since you don't bring a car in unless you're going to do something with it.
Right. So, Daniel Bryan is with the car. He goes, what happens if I beat you, you're Mr. Pretty Face of the company? I become the face of the company. Is that right? Yes, it is. Oh, look, I spray painted the car. Ha ha ha. And yeses.
Yay. Like, it's in the right direction, but really I want him to go more Stone Cold.
Alright, but it's better
than just what he did last week was act like a little bitch.
And it was I'm also talking about the JBL is poopy by John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. You're trying to not remember that, are you?
Backstage, Triple H is furious about what just happened. And he orders everyone to the stage, and if anybody helps in the match, they're going to be fired.
Doesn't have the ring of Vince, but we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Match number 6, Titus O'Neil versus Jack Swagger.
In a this is uncomfortable match.
Yes, okay, so... okay.
Take your time, dude. Just breathe in, breathe out,
okay,
and let's just calmly explain what happened.
Okay, so douchebag...
Zeb Coulter.
Zeb Coulter. I forgot his name, so I call him douchebag. Douchebag Zeb Coulter.
Yeah, that works as well.
Goes on a almost race-baiting tirade with welfare. If you talk about welfare, you're race-baiting, pretty much.
I don't see it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and you're doing that in front...
And I also love the fact that he said it should be that Mama Young and Mama O'Neil should have drowned their kids or something like that.
No, No, he didn't say that. I think it was like one of those think twice sort of things.
Oh yeah, think twice and they should have used a condom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was kind of... Yeah, besides the fact that everybody felt icky towards this, as you rightfully should, I think this is the point where the villain has crossed the line.
Yeah, especially about, like, you're facing two African American, in a tag team sort of thing.
But it could have been worse. It was bad. It could have been 10 times worse.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna come up eventually.
And I'm afraid for that day.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
And honestly,
it's gonna be letters.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if they pull this before that happens, because honestly, I cannot see how the business of WWE. Now, this is not like the business in kayfabe terms. I mean, like the actual business outside of the wrestling is putting up with this. Like, literally, nobody's putting a inhibitor on the writing staff to say, okay, let's not have him say racial slander. Okay, let's not have him say racial slander, or let's try not to be going into the part where we're going to, let's try not to have him seem homophobic, please.
Yeah,
We're going.
Yeah, we don't need a segment on the Rachel Maddow show.
Yeah, this is really gonna get ugly. And dear God, I'm surprised they haven't pulled this yet. I really, this just sounds like maybe they think that it's because he's a villain. They're getting a good reaction from him. But then again, like I said, that line has been crossed.
Yeah, it's going to get a whole lot worse.
And you know those lines when they're crossed, like when Michael Cole openly insulted Jerry Lawler over his dead mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting into that territory, but there's a match going on.
Oh, yeah.
Titus O'Neil. And O'Neil wins with the Sky High. He uses a standing Sky High that doesn't go to the ground. It's like, yeah. I like it.
I like it.
Yep.
And we're just openly... And now it just seems like Coulter's things are open. Like, literally empty threats. But then again, they were always that. And really, it's kind of wearing off on me. Not... Because really, it's like... This was a shock character. This was meant for a shock and scare. And you're using the same shock and scare from every angle. After a while, you become inept to it. And then it just becomes the fact that why does the writing people keep on doing this?
Yep. Alright, so up next, we have a Wyatt promo that was on .com.
Because remember, we still have them there, and we're not doing anything with them.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be an actual update with what's Kane doing. Well, they were pulled away. What's happened with them? I don't know. You don't know.
Kane is, look over there!
What?
Scamper, scamper, scamper.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it... we know, like, outside that probably Kane is taking a break. Like, he's having his vacation. But there needs to be a better explanation than he was dragged away. It's like the sort of, he was kidnapped by ninjas. Call the cops.
Yeah. I know. Let's call Samoa Joe. Maybe he knows where the ninjas are.
He's gonna get Joey Numbers in there, try to find him out.
I know, he's gonna talk to Joey Numbers. Okay,
I don't know why I went Taz there for a second.
Okay. Punk backstage. He gets a match at Night of Champions versus Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman in an elimination handicap match. So, get that to look forward to.
So, this is for his Intercontinental Championship, I'm guessing, since it is the Champions. Because that's the reason why you have Night of Champions. Night of Champions gimmick is all belts are on the line.
Yeah. So it should be on the line. We'll see. Alright, so main event time. Daniel Bryan gauntlet match.
Which honestly, this was just Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan versus I'll watch the knee Seth Rollins.
I'll watch the knee Seth Rollins, or as I like to call him, guy who somehow is able to fling himself upside down, ass over tea kettle. Rollins.
Yeah.
Like, I'm impressed at that fling. But let's talk about the beginning of the match. Like, all the superstars are out front.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's speaking about anything. It's the stern look on their face. They're just standing there. You know, sort of that look that Bruce Lee gave in the beginning of Fists of Fury. If you know that look, if you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But, Daniel Bryan goes into the ring. He just pats everybody on the back. He's a nice guy. What a nice guy.
What a nice fella.
What a nice guy. But then the Shield comes in, and literally Seth Rollins goes in, and they pretty much just have the match.
Yeah, they have the match. Let's see.
Which it was a good match.
Super German suplex.
With a Jesus Christ German suplex. I think is the more inapt term because, like I said, Seth Rollins threw himself ass over tea kettle. And you know what I'm talking about as he landed face first.
So, okay. He gets hit. Flying knee.
He gets hit by the flying knee. He's down.
Yeah.
Then Ambrose comes in. He puts the no lock on Ambrose. He wins.
DQ. Oh, okay.
DQ.
So
DQ. Then Reigns comes in. DQ on him as well, and then they just beat him up.
Yeah, beat him up. And Orton comes out eventually, but first, Shield pretty much beat down. Orton comes out.
You know the normal.
Yeah. Shield beat down. Orton comes out. RKO statement sort of thing. Big Show is just looking there. Is like, you do have an ironclad contract.
Everybody is saying that ironclad contract because everybody's just screaming at the Big Show. You can't be punished.
Yeah.
But somehow
you can't be punished, but you're going to be paid anyway.
I just really that just seems like odd because really Big Show should have sued the company by this point. When you think about it,
I don't know.
Because they did break his ironclad contract.
Yeah. By
logical means, Big Show has a liable case against WWE.
I know, but it's 3-month rule.
I know, but come on. Little continuity didn't hurt anybody. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I forgot. This is WWE we're talking about here.
Oh. It's like, I would like to announce that we have a viewer.
We have a viewer?
We have a viewer.
Hey, somebody's watching. Hey, hello, how are you, viewer?
Yes.
Hope you're having fun. You just missed everything.
Oh, he was here for a while, but hey, it's awesome to get somebody that actually watches this.
Hey, it's, like you said, it's a start, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But, overall, let's talk about this.
Okay.
What are you feeling about this right now? Because I'm doing a 180 on myself.
No?
Because I was skeptical about how this is going out, but I'm enjoying this. I'm like, if they go the way I think they're gonna go, and I don't want to say it, because if I say, you know what, I fucking will say it, because every time I've said it, they've listened. It is going to become literally where everybody's just going to beat up the Shield, where pretty much Triple H is going to lose control of everybody because he pushes them around too much.
I can see that happening.
And it's going to start with the Big Show.
Yeah.
Since he has the ironclad contract.
And he's going to get, okay, everyone's fired. We're going to have something similar to the aftermath of the pink slip on a pole match.
Mm-hmm.
Which Mick Foley lost and got fired. And then Rock came out and was like, okay, we're on strike. I'm going to make my own Fed. So suck it, Vince. Triple H. Both of you. Mainly
pretty much
Triple H.
Mainly that's what's going to happen. Is that they already broke his contract, which you can easily bring up. Because they broke the rights of the contract when they gave him a match. And they can't weasel themselves out of that one because it's literally been shown on television that they're blindly gifting one guy over another.
Yeah.
You could make a legal case against this. Get fucking David Otunga in this bitch and we get this case rolling. Like, literally, dude, what are you guys wasting on? You could have a real you could really do that.
Where is David Otunga?
Oh, he's with Halle Berry.
Oh, okay.
But I think, like, Otunga is now their official, like, lawyer. Like, he just gave up wrestling and became their lawyer because dude has a PhD in law.
Oh, I do want to bring one thing up. That could be rather scary and probably bring some muscle into Triple H's new Corporation 2.0 sort of thing. Sheamus. Sheamus is a Triple H guy.
Yeah, I can see that. But honestly,
Sheamus is going to come back.
The way I see it is, this is just going to be a 3-week thing. Because I don't think you can sustain on this. I think this is just 3 weeks, Daniel Bryan's personal hell, and then the next, like, 3 months or so when Cena's away, we're going to get, like, Daniel Bryan match. He's going to be the star of the company. Like, literally, that's what I think is going to go on. I'm not 100% sure if that is probably what's going to happen, but that's what I think should happen because that makes the most logical sense.
I don't know.
But then again, the little skeptical voice in my head, like I said before, is saying that they're going to stretch this out until Cena comes back, and it literally is just going to be a week of, we're doing this because we say so, and it's going to be bullshit reasonings beyond bullshit reasonings to the point where it just becomes ridiculous.
Okay.
Like with corporate.
Okay, this is what I think. Daniel Bryan becomes WWE Champion. They're going to throw a rematch with Orton. They're going to send Ryback at him. Probably for the Battlefield. Mm-hmm. Probably stack the deck even more during Hell in a Cell. Be like it's a triple threat, but it's like a fatal 4-way Hell in a Cell match. But oh wait, these guys are corporate guys. Sort of thing. And it's gonna come to, I don't know, maybe Punk at Survivor Series. I don't know.
Like, you think Punk is gonna get into this somehow?
Maybe.
Because this seems like something that Punk would be a great face for. Because, as you said before, Punk don't put up with any bullshit.
Yeah.
And this would be his face moment to show that he's a rebel.
Yeah. And then heel turn. For Punk.
I don't think that would work. On the sheer fact when you got a guy named CM Punk, it's kind of hard to be corporate with a guy named Punk. But then again, Punk has sold out a long time ago. And I don't mean CM Punk, I mean actual literature. Actual punk rock.
No. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think we've stretched this long.
Yeah.
Long enough, but
it's a whole 5-in-1 thing.
Maybe something will happen here. Let's see what happens. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I hope to dear God that they don't stretch it out with Randy Orton being the champion until Cena comes back, because that will be boring.
Yeah.
It'll be just frustrating as, like, they're playing it safe. It's always Orton. They want Orton. Like, really, it would be the smart move to put Bryan in there because he's on fire. Sure, short-term goal, but the guy can wrestle like nobody's business.
And we're going to put you at number 1 at the Royal Rumble because there's no way you're going to make it through the entire way. And then he does.
Like, you think he's going to be... Like I said this before on my Twitter, he's going to become Wrestling Jesus. He's already starting to look like it.
Yeah, he died for your sins.
He's gonna die for our wrestling.
Okay, so... Anyway.
Okay, that's enough of that.
That's enough. We're almost out of time. So, next week, we have another SmackDown and Raw as we go forward to Night of Champions.
Yeah, we'll make our predictions then. We'll keep on track to see what's happening.
Yep.
But this has been... This has been the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah.
Casey, as you know. I'm Darren. I'll see y'all later.
Hey, wait, that's my line.
What? Wait,
Hey,
what?
that's my shtick. How dare you take my shtick?
Screw over.
Okay, so anyways, next week, SmackDown, Raw, another indie spot, hopefully. If Portland Wrestling ever fixes their goddamn ring. And we'll see
They still gotta find that wrench.
Yeah, they gotta find that wrench. Okay, next time, and we'll see you next time on the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast.
One day this show will be mine.
Ba-da-ba-da-da.